We just have to interrupt you on that note because the DB Realty is a stock that's moving with quite a bit of vigor right now. In fact, up almost about 18% and there's positive news flow there where the Bombay High Court has directed the Mumbai Municipal to process the company's Mahalakshmi plans. Gattu, the CFO of the company, joins us on the phone line to talk about that. Mr. Gattu, thanks for joining us. If you can just take us through what the positives have been from the Bombay High Court today.
Yeah, hi. There are three directives that we have received in our favor. One was the Bandra West project, which was struggling with the CRZ issue. Also the Marine Lines project, which had the same issue, and the Mahalakshmi project because of the jail issue. So these three projects put together should give us a saleable potential of 34 lakh square feet.
Okay, so can you just take us project-wise? You know, this DB Turf is the project you're talking about in Mahalakshmi, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now what kind of potential do you see from this project alone in terms of revenues, and by when do you think it could start to factor into your P&L?
It will take about a year for us to kind of hit the P&L, but the cash flows will start immediately. Our plans were approved quite some time back under the 33-9 DCR, one of the largest and the first high-density redevelopment projects. And this has a potential of 14 lakh square feet, and the pricing can be anywhere between 40,000 to 60,000, anybody's guess. So that itself has about 7,000 crore revenue potential.
Okay, so Mr. Gattu, from when do you see those cash flows coming into your kitty from these projects?
I think no sooner the approvals are in place, which I think normally takes about 90 days from now that the directive has come. Our plans are already submitted, so once it is processed, let's say by within this thing, so from the next financial year, we should have the cash flow starting in.
Okay. You said 7,000 crore revenue potential for the Mahalakshmi project.
Yes.
Can you tell us about this Marine Lines project? I understand that you were planning to develop a hotel on this land. Will you go ahead with that? And what kind of revenue potential do you see from the Marine Lines project?
Marine Lines project now is contemplated as a mixed-use project under the same 33-7 plus 33-24 DCR. And we have a saleable residential area potential of about 8 lakh square feet. And again, anybody's guess on the pricing anywhere between 60,000 to 80,000 rupees a square foot out there, which will give us about 5,000 crores of revenues.
Okay. Mr. Gattu, is there any other project that's stuck up because of this environmental issue in particular in Mumbai?
No, there is no other project. The third project which we had was on the Bandra West next to Lilavati Hospital. That has a 12 lakh square foot potential. So that is also cleared from the CRZ issue. So we will be going ahead with that for plan submission.
Okay. So for this Bandra West project, it's a residential project, right?
That's right.
Okay. So what will the revenue potential be for this particular project, and when do you think the project will come on stream?
This should take about 6 months because now we will be submitting our plans in the next 3 months and it may take about 3 months to get the approval. Unlike Mahalakshmi project or Marine Lines project where the approvals are already, the designs are already submitted, plans are submitted. So we expect those two projects to kind of receive the approvals in about 3 months, and Bandra project should be in about 6 months.
Okay.
So that has a potential of 12 lakh square feet. And again at about 40,000 to 50,000, so we have about 5,000 crore potential there as well.
Okay, so 5,000 crore potential, 12 lakh square feet for the Bandra project. Can you just tell us now, since you've got a lot of positives today itself, for the next financial year, how are things stacked up? I know it must be a little early to to do the number crunching, but what kind of growth do you envisage in your revenue stream and in your profits in FY16?
Revenue stream may not hit in FY16 because revenue recognition takes 30% of the completion and other guidelines, etc. But cash flow stream, we should see good amount of cash flow for 15-16.
Okay.
Because we will be beginning of the year, by April to June, we should have all the 3 project approvals and we should be hitting the market. So we have 3 more quarters there. After that, we can count the cash in.
Okay. Can you just give us an update on what the debt situation is currently on the books and whether there are any plans to trim the debt?
We should be raising the debt on the project-specific basis. At this point in time, we only have 2 projects on which we have the debt, and the total consolidated debt is almost, about less than 500 crores as of now.
Okay, Mr. Gattu, you said 40,000 rupees in Bandra West. Is that a rate at which you think there will be quite a bit of appetite for your project?
So as I said, that it all depends on the location and the size of the project. Today, if you look at in Bandra West, they're all isolated buildings that are coming up. So you don't have a large layout where township kind of projects are coming up. So 12 lakh square foot is quite a decent area to live with. And it's anybody's guess, as I said, you can count in at 30,000 or 40 or 50. But then the variance would be from 3,500 to with the 3,500 crores to 5,000 crores.
Okay. When will the Mahalakshmi project come on stream, and what kind of average realizations are we expecting from DB Turf?
There again, we are looking at anywhere between 50 to 60,000 rupees a square foot, again given the location, because it has unrestricted sea view on the racecourse view, and it is just across the road.
So, Mr. Gattu, would it be safe to assume that the worst is truly behind for DB Realty?
Absolutely. We've been lying there for the last 3 years, 4 years, and now we've been kind of putting all of our projects back on track. Recently, we received the OC for our Goregaon project. We received the CC for our Prabhadevi project. We should shortly receive one more CC for another South Bombay project, which we'll inform as we get it. And then these are the other 3 projects which will go live.
All right, Mr. Gattu. Thanks for stopping by and clarifying all that, and all the best for the year to come. We hope that these projects bring in quite a bit of revenues that you've outlined to us into your revenue stream soon. That's a big positive for the company, the fact that they've got this directive. But let's see, 50,000, 60,000 rupees a square feet in Mahalakshmi, that's quite a bit. I don't know what kind of appetite we still have in this market.
Indeed, Sonia, that's DB Realty though, locked on 20% circuit. But let's move on. Now we're going to a special segment. We are focusing on how India is gearing up to welcome the new year. Joining us now is Arun K. Chitalapalli,